Good morning, class. Our today's topic is transfer RNA and ribosomal RNA. Transfer RNA are ribonucleic acid, and therefore it is capable of forming hydrogen bond with messenger RNA. Additionally, they can also form ester linkage with amino acids, and therefore can physically bring messenger RNA and amino acids together during the process of translation. They pair with messenger RNA in a complementary and anti-parallel manner, and each transfer RNA can base pair with a stitch of 3 nucleotides or messenger RNA. These 3 sets of nucleotides on messenger RNA are called the codon, and the corresponding sequence on transfer RNA is called anticodon. So transfer RNAs are coded for by a number of genes and are usually short molecules between 70 to 90 nucleotides, that is 5 nanometer in length. The anticodon loop with pair with a messenger RNA determines with amino acids is attached to the acceptor stem. The anticodons loop is recognized by AATS, that is the amino acetyl transfer RNA synthetes. So transfer RNA that carries and transport the activated amino acid to the site of protein synthesis. That's why it is called the transfer RNA. And in the cell, it represents near about 10 to 15% of the total RNA. The polynucleotide chain is folded on itself to have the shape of a clover leaf. So the shape of the transfer RNA is just like a clover leaf. The clover leaf model of transfer RNA was proposed by an American biochemist, Robert Hawley, in 1965, and he shared the Nobel Prize in Physiology in 1968. So come to the structure of transfer RNA. What is the structure of transfer RNA? Transfer RNA is single stranded, that polynucleotide chain, and it folds in some regions and resemble as trifoliate leaf of a clover plant. The transfer RNA have 4 arms as a amino acid binding site or acceptor arm. Then T-Cyc arms and loop. T-Cyc यानी कि thymidine, or we can say it is a pseudo-uridine or pseudo-cytidine residues. Third one is the DHU arms and loop. DHU arm is a basically tertiary feature of transfer RNA, having 2 D arms and 1 D loop that contain dihydrouridine. That's why it is called the DHU arm, and anticodon arm and loop. And fifth area is known as the really very small fifth arm is present in called the variable arm. The fifth end has a methylated guanosine, and the third end has 3 free nitrogenous bases, that is CCA. Here you can see in the picture the each arm has paired base pair system and unpaired base pair loop. Amino acid acceptor arm has 7 base pair and 3 unpaired bases, CCA at third end. Therefore, amino acid always bind to adenine present at the third end because there is a 3 free nucleotide is here, unpaired bases CCA. So it is the point where the amino acid bind. The T-size arms and loop contains the unusual sequence of nucleotides as a thymine, pseudouridine, or sometimes cytosine. And the role of this TC arm is to help to bind ribosome at the time of protein synthesis. Ribosome is going to be bound in that particular area at the time of protein synthesis. Now, what is the role of DHU arm? DHU arm and loop contain the dihydrouridine. It helps to recognizing the specific amino acid, activating enzyme amino acid synthase. That enzyme responsible to activate that specific amino acids. So it is this region is going to be recognized the amino acid. The anticodon loop contain actually 7 unpaired nitrogen bases. Among them, 3 nucleotide bases act as an anticodon, which are complementary to codon of messenger RNA. And the function of this is to carry the specific amino acid towards the site of protein synthesis. You can see in this picture the clover leaf structure of transfer RNA. This is the picture taken by the microbiologist with the help of electron microscope of transfer RNA. Now come to the ribosomal RNA. Ribosomal RNA is the structural and functional unit of ribosomes, which is responsible for protein synthesis inside the cell. And it represents near about 80% of total RNA present in the cell. In the below picture, you can see in the prokaryote and in the eukaryote, what is the structure of ribosomal RNA? You can see here in the prokaryotes, mostly 20S subunit of the ribosomal RNA is present, and it contains 2900 near about nucleotide bases is here present. So in 23S ribosomal RNA, they are about near about 2900 to 2904 nucleotide long bases, and in the again in the 5S there is only 120 nucleotides, ribose nucleotide subunit or bases. And if it is combined with the protein, mostly it is going to form the 50S or 30S. S means subunit. There are 2 subunits in the prokaryotic cells, and if it is again combined at the time of protein synthesis, combined together to form the 70S, 70 subunit ribosome, ribosomal RNA or ribosomal subunit. In the eukaryotic cells, it is quite large, and it combined with the 28S and 5S. You can see 4800 nucleotide bases and 160 nucleotides, ribonucleotide bases subunits together with the help of protein, with the binding of protein. It again comes to form the structure 60S and 40S, and when it combined together to form a subunit, it is near about 80S. So in prokaryotes, the ribosomal subunit is 70S, and in eukaryote it is about 80S. Here you can see quite a difference between the messenger RNA, ribosomal RNA and transfer RNA. First of all, messenger RNA is near about 5% of total RNA present in the cell, whereas the ribosomal RNA is 80% and transfer RNA is 15%. Messenger RNA is said to be a longest RNA among all three. Ribosomal RNA is smaller and the smallest one is the transfer RNA. The messenger RNA is called also called a template messenger, informational RNA, while the ribosomal RNA is known as the structural RNA as it is responsible to form the ribosomal subunit, ribosome subunit, and transfer RNA is known as the soluble or adapter RNA because it is responsible for the adaptation of the anticodons during the time of protein synthesis. The messenger RNA carries the genetic information that is provided by the DNA. The role of ribosomal RNA is the catalytic role during the process of translation, and the role of the one and only one role of the transfer RNA to carry the amino acids. So here is about the ribosomal RNA and transfer RNA. We will continue it in the process of translation in our next video slide. Thank you and have a nice day.